Every morning, you need to mind hack and murder hack your brand.
Exponential growth is exponential.
Look at your calendar and burn it. What is your personal winning resume?
The number one thing that they don't teach in school is to make money. Entrepreneurs.
Entrepreneur.
Produce.
I am literally a god.
Spartans!
Business.
Money hacks. Hi everybody, welcome to another episode of Business Money Hacks. I'm Bridge Stewart.
And I'm Dustin Taylor Hahn. And today we've been getting a lot of feedback from our audience about staying on track with our conversations. Apparently we're going off on tangents a little bit. I hadn't noticed. I don't know if you had.
I hadn't noticed that at all, actually.
A lot of feedback about not talking about business per se, and so we're going to try to do better with that because we're always trying to improve.
It's so important, to improve. Even though I completely disagree with our listeners, I don't think they know what they're talking about, but I think there's always room to be more focused. And because being unfocused is it's kind of like being dead in a way. If you're not focused, it's sort of like just a dream state. And who wants to live like that?
I'd love to live in my dreams. Sorry, no, we're not doing this.
We're staying focused.
We're
not going to talk about the dreams. That gets dark. That gets very dark.
Business money hacks. We're talking business. So today we wanted to talk about worms. Slippery slime.
No.
Sorry, I did it again.
Yeah, this isn't a worms episode. We've had a few of those. This isn't... I'm sure we'll land on that subject at some point. But today we're going to be talking about distribution. It's a very important factor in how to really start pulling in revenue.
Package distribution, your service distribution, drug distribution, which I do quite a bit. I have people on every corner, let's just say.
So that's how you run your pharmaceutical company.
Let's go back to what we used to be doing, which is standing on the street and selling drugs.
Well, once again, Dustin, you're in conflict with the realities of the world. No offense. You're completely blind to how the world actually works. Mm-hmm. Because distribution is going through a sea change. A colossal sea change.
Sea change? What do you mean by that?
It's an old phrase from Nordic country when they would overfish an area and they're like, oh, we got a sea change here. And they just move to another part of the sea and start overfishing that area. This is a catastrophic sea change we're facing. And we're seeing it with these companies like Amazon, China, all this...
The company of China.
Yeah.
It's basically just one big company at this point.
It's the biggest
Consolidated
company in the world.
Every aspect of the society, and now it's just one large company, which I'm all for.
Oh, yeah.
Keep it simple.
Keep it simple. I've always said...
Keep it simple, China.
A common phrase that's used in the business world these days. Keep it simple, China. And China has said, yes, we will. And I honestly think, I've said it before on this podcast, we should be getting rid of countries altogether and incorporating them. But, we're not going to get off topic on that. Yeah. But, distribution changing.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about Amazon's 2-day shipping. They also have 1-day shipping. As you know, they have kind of a 1-hour shipping. Really whip those drivers into shape.
Oh, yeah. Amazon's at the forefront of this. They are leading the charge in the war of distribution change. They're the point of the spear.
You can get a knife in an hour.
Yeah? That's
very quickly. I don't sell knives, so I often find myself needing a knife.
But you're more of a buyer of knives.
I'm always losing knives, too. That's the problem. I'm just dropping them in gutters.
Yeah, that's something I've noticed.
Dropping them.
Yeah, that was always a disconcerting thing, like you going into meetings and just sort of shedding knives as you walk in. They drop on the ground and... it's a power move, for sure.
Well, people know I'm coming with the clinging, clanging. Oh, Dustin's here.
There's Dustin Hahn. He's coming with his knives.
Nobody stops me.
They don't.
Because I have too many knives.
Yeah. You sort of earned the nickname the Joker in a lot of these settings.
The Knife Man.
Yeah, Knife Man Dustin. Just walking into these things. But a clumsy knife man, because you're just constantly dropping knives everywhere.
Well, I just have so many.
It's got to weigh you down.
I'm just slowly trekking through the streets of New York, dropping knives where I go.
There's the Wolf of Wall Street, and then there's the Knife Man of Wall Street, and that's you. Just, oh, look, there's the Knife Man.
I sleep with knives.
Yeah? I bet that gets a little dangerous.
Well, my circular bed with just knives surrounding me helps me sleep.
It's very Joker-ish. Very Joker-ish.
I don't
know if I like that about you, but yeah, I mean that's literally from the Suicide Squad movie, the Joker.
No, it's not.
I don't know. It seems
Squad...
like you watched that movie and were like, "Hey, I like this character, the Joker. I'm gonna start trying to do stuff that the Joker does because I like the character so much." I mean, I hear you sometimes talk about how much you like the character of the Joker.
No, I don't.
It just seems like
they stole that
idea.
You've
got a poster of the Joker in your house. It's not even framed. It's like taped to the wall and it's like the Joker, and I'm like, what's this about? And you're like, I don't know, I like the character. It just I don't know. The knives, the Joker stuff, it's just
I've got the flower lapel. I can puff out noxious gas at people when they upset me.
But you think the Joker took that from you.
We're off on another tangent.
Distribution. The key here is that you can get whatever you want off Amazon. Their distribution channels, they're just it's succulent the way they can just deliver anything. Like you, I mean, you don't even need to like put your age in. You don't need to put your age in, and you can get large knives, huge knives,
big blades.
It could be 5 years old.
Custom knives. One of my custom knives says, "Why so serious?" on it, which is something that I created when I was a kid.
You did not
"Why so serious?"
invent that phrase. There's no way you invented that phrase. You took that from the Joker. I don't know what. I mean, I don't know. This has been like kind of a recent thing.
I've been doing this for years.
No, that's not true.
No,
you finally saw
years.
the Suicide Squad movie, and you were like, I like this guy, and then suddenly all this Joker stuff started coming out. I don't like it. Nobody else likes it. You didn't even see the other Batman movie. You based it off the Jared Leto version, which, I mean, I honestly, it's probably the worst version. You're talking about getting tattoos that say "ha ha ha" on your chest. I mean, it sucks, Dustin. Anyway, distribution is so important. Yeah, Amazon, like we're saying, you can get anything you want, and you can get it fast. I mean, the big thing with Amazon that's going to be coming up, the drones. That's the future.
Drones. Well, that's the present. People have been shooting down drones because they're over their airspace, which I would imagine you completely agree with. You should have the right to shoot down drones.
Yeah, I've always, taken a little bit of a libertarian tact on that. I mean, it's just like, I think you should own... obviously your land, but all of the airspace above it into space. That square, just imagine like a light from that square just shooting into the heavens.
Beaming up.
And you should be able to own that.
How far does it go? How far do you...
As far as you want. I think it should ad infinitum.
Ad infinitum.
It should go from your land territory into space ad infinitum.
So we should just have beams of light shooting out from Earth.
Yes, just so that we can be clear as to who owns what.
I could picture a disco ball beaming our lights out.
Yeah.
And now the world is just one big beautiful disco ball.
It's the future.
I'd love to see it.
It's the future.
I was thinking recently drones are just too slow.
You think drones are too slow?
Drones are too slow. We need automated jets.
Automated jets. Flying through cities, just shooting packages out the bottom, just dunk, dunk, dunk.
Just dropping packages like atom bombs.
At faster than sound speeds, just blasting packages out of their cargo hold.
We would eventually evolve into animals who couldn't hear anymore. It was just constant.
It would be loud. It would be loud.
It would just be a loud Earth, a loud disco ball.
Just everything is loud. But I mean, it would be worth it, to get your TV in like 5 minutes.
Oh.
That is worth losing your hearing over.
Oh, yeah.
We'd probably burn through those fossil fuels in about a decade after jet drones become a thing. Get ready for the jet drones.
Well, when you're standing outside and you're at a cafe, and then all of a sudden somebody on a motorcycle or a very loud car without a muffler just drives by. You got to stop your conversation and wait. I mean, this will just be constant.
It'll just be all of the time, that sound. That's the future of distribution. Just everyone being deaf and jets constantly flying overhead. Just blasting through your city.
I mean,
windows shattering all the time. It's going to be great.
I mean, you say through the city, but we're going to want to get those jets out in the countryside. I mean...
Yeah, we're going to absolutely need to get those jets out in the country. Even if they're not delivering packages, just for it to be fair.
Just over the homeland.
Over the salt of the earth land. Just blasting jets left and right so that they can get a taste. And if there's people way out in the boondocks, I'm talking...
Appalachia.
Deep woods, deep Canada. We're going to have to send jets over there. We're going to need to cover this earth with jets. Flying all over all the time. And, that's going to be pretty bad for pollution, but imagine getting a television in 2 minutes after you order.
Or a jet.
Have the jet send you a jet.
Like a cheap jet.
That's the dream.
Yeah.
But it's not just Amazon. Amazon just isn't the only one disrupting distribution line. China...
No, living spaces. Oh,
living...
I was going to say living spaces.
Oh.
Heavy distribution.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Just dropping furniture. Dropping cabinets.
Oh, yeah. I think I've heard about
furnish
this.
their homes.
It's a little controversial because there's been some definite deaths with that. I mean, you drop some furnitures in a city, I mean, like...
It's not quite accurate yet.
People might get hit.
You were saying China's been doing...
China has changed the game.
Yeah.
They've got their tentacles and everything. I mean, they're just wrapping they started with the Silk Road. Just went west.
Now they call it the Squid Road.
They call it the Squid Road, wrapping their tentacles west until they reach Europe.
Ooh.
That's the ultimate prize, is Europe.
Yeah.
They've gotten it. They already have the U.S. They've already got their tentacles wrapped around us.
Wrapped their tentacles around, certainly around California.
Oh.
I mean, California is just a dead land now.
California is a shell. It's a hollow, barren shell that's been ravaged by China. I think we can all agree on that.
I'm very glad that we moved to Texas. Well, you moved to Texas, and then I moved a couple days later. That was a good move.
Nobody's doing it. Like, nobody thought about doing that. Nobody's been talking about doing that, and we just did it. Nobody's talking about it whatsoever.
Talking about China, you're saying that they're going to be moving out west towards Europe. What would that look like?
I mean, just, the lion of Europe. Just, imagine the proud lion that is Europe. Imagine that roaming the plains of Europe, just roaring and on a top of a hill and presenting its child to the rest of the animal kingdom. Imagine,
When I think of that, I think of Europe. Absolutely.
I think of Europe. Just a proud king of the jungle raising its offspring for all the other animals to see. And then imagine, while it's doing that, slowly, but with purpose, a tentacle starts coming out of the cave. And so you've got this baboon that's holding up this lion, and it's like, look at the new king, and slowly a tentacle starts coming out of the cave with purpose, and before you know it, that tentacle's pretty close to that baboon, and that tentacle's got its suckers wrapped around the baboon. And the lion, it doesn't know what hit it, and suddenly that tentacle's wrapped around the new king and brings that young lion back into the cave, and the old lion is like, hey, no, you can't do that.
That's my son. That's
my son. My son, no. And runs into the cave only to find a gigantic octopus inside the cave, and by then it's too late.
I mean, that sounds like a great propaganda film. I don't think I've ever seen a lion and a squid fighting. I do tend to watch a lot of animal fights. You can get them on the dark web, but I have yet to see a lion versus a squid. I'd love to see that.
Yeah, well, you're about to see it play out in real time, economically. as the proud lion of Europe slowly gets tentacled by the proud octopus of China.
What would you think if Jeff Bezos moved to China? What would happen?
God, I think that would be the end times.
He moved everything out to China.
I think people would love that. I'm respectfully going to leave the United States, and I'm setting up the new corporate headquarters in China. I think people would really respect that move.
I'm being strangled by the long arm of the eagle wing of American government.
Yeah.
It's time to be embraced by the octopus.
Full octopus.
Like if Jeff Bezos just tweeted, it's time to be embraced and hugged by the octopus.
The great octopus.
And you know what that means.
I think people would really respect that. Yeah, he said, look, I'm working so hard and I feel like I'm not making enough money for how much I'm working. It's time to move to China.
Yeah.
Americans would respect that.
The sign of that happening, if you ever see an Amazon company just tweet out an emoticon of an octopus, you know what's coming.
I mean, I've sort of played around with the idea. I'm not ready for that quite yet. I'm not ready to be embraced by the warm hug of
a
set of tentacles. I'm not there yet, but I'm getting close. I'm getting more comfortable with my sea legs, if you know what I mean.
No, I don't. Your sea legs? Your prosthetic sea legs.
My prosthetic sea legs, yeah. I mean, you got to have some sea legs in order to wade into the aquarium of octopus.
We talk about distribution, but there is an animal that has sort of hasn't pulled its weight as of late, and I think the bees. The bees are one species of animal that they just don't work hard enough. They used to be very efficient, and now they're...
What the hell are you talking about? I mean, honestly, what the hell does that have to do with distribution? Our whole thing at the beginning of this was to stay focused. I have no idea what you're talking about.
I just want to be a bee man. I'm trying real hard.
Anyway, another thing that's going to be affecting distribution, automation. I mean, we've brought up drones, but these cars, these trucks, that's going to be a big thing. When all the trucks become automated, we're going to be losing a lot of the workforce, and that's a good thing.
Oh, yes. Yes, it is. Sorry, Bridge, I thought you had a second part to that. It is a good thing. We're going to be losing a lot of workforce from the truckers union is not going to be happy. And
thank God.
Teamsters, that's one gang that I would love to see crippled.
Yeah.
I've had enough with them.
Yeah, the Teamsters union, I've been lobbying for years for them to be declared a terrorist organization. I mean, their tactics, I mean, it's worse than ISIS, what they're doing. I mean, the way they've strangled competitive business in the United States with their rates for these trucks. Thank God that now there's going to be robots behind the wheel.
They've got a very, very strong union.
They're monsters.
Benefits and
there's a reason you've started having a knife collection.
Well, oftentimes I find myself imagining me standing out in the road in the middle of Nebraska. Some truck driver picks me up and says, "Sir, do you need a ride? I'll take you into town." I get in the car and then we drive a little bit. I learn about him. We talk. We find a common ground. And then right before he gets to a truck stop, a gas station, I take out one of my knives and I start chopping.
You just start murdering a teamster.
No.
You just start chopping. Okay. You pull out the knife and say, "Want to see how I got these scars?"
I mean, I'm doing. You want to go through the government and trying to lobby.
You're taking a more hands-on approach.
One by one.
One by one.
One by one. One by one.
Okay. All right. You've been doing that a lot.
Doing what?
The Joker laugh. Why? I mean, you just keep doing the Joker laugh.
What do you mean? That's my
no.
laugh.
Okay. You are a grown man. You're a grown man. And I could see like a 14-year-old sort of, like having a weird, relation, like liking the Joker, awkwardly sort of imitating him. But you're a grown man who saw Suicide Squad and are now imitating Jared Leto's Joker.
I don't know Jared Leto. I'm sure he's a nice guy, and I don't know of his work.
You do know his work. You saw him in the movie, and now you're imitating him. Somebody needs to say something to nip
Bridge,
this
I'm trying
in the
to
butt.
keep this podcast light, and you're just being so serious.
Okay.
Why are you being so serious?
Just take a good hard look at yourself.
Let's
in the mirror.
just say I'm a little bit different. I'm a little bit chaotic.
All right. Well. Okay. I mean, we could talk about this later. We should probably not get off topic once again.
Yeah.
I mean, you're just. But yeah, automation really going to affect the distribution networks in this world. And yeah, sorry, there's a huge ambulance outside. Hold on one sec.
Someone must have gotten stabbed.
Somebody must have gotten stabbed.
Somebody must have gotten stabbed.
You're not even doing a good impression. That's a bad impression. I don't know what it sounds like. You just raised your voice.
Who? The Who? Joker?
Okay.
What
Okay.
is that?
You know exactly. We watched the movie together. We saw it. Anyway, distribution, it's getting automated. It's a problem for some, a boon to others.
Bridge, I'm very proud and happy for you. You found yourself a mate. Looking around
I wouldn't call her a mate,
Bridge.
more just
look, you're blushing.
I
You're
don't
blushing.
refer to the women in my life as mates. It's more just like a good friend.
Yeah, a good friend that you were kind of canoodling with when we were watching the film, when we were watching the movie.
Okay. Is this too weird? Like,
No. Bridge, people want to know. People want to know about your personal life. It's
Well,
okay. You were
okay,
making
yeah.
out with this girl when we were watching Suicide Squad on the couch at your place.
yeah. She's mail order.
Mail order. Yeah.
I got tired of the dating scene. Too much baggage.
Yeah.
So I decided, hey, how about I get somebody from another country? These days, I'm more of a 4 months kind of guy.
Yeah.
I get a chance to bring somebody to the United States. We're in a beautiful relationship for 4 months, and then just sort of let them fly on their own. And I got distribution, mail order. She came quick.
Yeah.
And what they say, sometimes big things come in small packages, and that's very much the case with
Yes. It is.
she's a bigger girl. She's a bigger girl. Strong. Very, very strong. Muscular.
Okay.
Muscular and heavy at the same time. It's a lot.
Where do you take her? Have you taken her out? Or does she stay mostly in the house?
I'll take her to the park occasionally. Just have her walk around. Take her to show her the dog park. Have her play with the dogs. And,
Okay.
play with the dogs. She likes dogs.
She likes dogs.
Sometimes she plays a little too rough with the dogs. She is very strong, and she'll, really play with those dogs. And some of the owners are like, hey, get your hands off my dog. You're hurting my dog.
Yeah.
And I'll have to tell her, no, this is, and just take it easy with the dog.
So when you say bride, you mean 4 months?
Yeah.
How does that work?
It officially has to be a bride in order to have her come over here. But, there's no papers, and I'm certainly not giving half my assets to this woman. There's no way. There's absolutely no way that would happen. I'm just going to let her go afterwards. I mean, she'll be fine. I mean, she's so strong. I mean, Jesus, she is so strong. She's not going to have any problems.
Yeah, I mean, that's one thing that I'm sure when you were on that website, you were able to like customize what you wanted, and then they send you what
definitely different
what they have.
from what I typed into the customization thing. I was like, like kind of like petite, nice hair.
What's with her hair?
She doesn't have a lot of it.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that. I mean, she's missing some hair for sure.
Just clumps. It's not distributed on her head.
It's not
very
distributed
well,
on the head. Everywhere else, it's very, very distributed, but not quite on the head.
Yeah.
So maybe there was a mix-up with that. I said I want, nice head of hair, nice hair. Maybe they meant, okay, well, maybe you meant like hair everywhere else, literally everywhere else.
They haven't quite gotten the interface down.
Yeah, I said, and green eye, it'd be nice to have a green-eyed girl, and, she doesn't have green eye. I mean, she has one eye. She kind of just wears a patch over the other one.
Well, at least they sent a patch.
I mean, she takes it off at the dog park.
So you've got a one-eyed, large, bald woman that likes dogs, who's very, very strong.
Very strong and plays rough with the dogs. Yeah, I'm not huge on that service. I think they kind of botched it. So
not satisfied customer.
Unsatisfied customer.
Well, that's the problem with the distribution. Sometimes you don't get what you paid for.
That's the problem.
And you pay them a subscription service, so I imagine that's you're going to be canceling that.
I've been
recently.
trying.
Yeah.
They've really got their tentacles deep into my bank account. It's hard to take the tentacles off. It's hard to take those suction cups off of my savings account.
Is it a monthly service plan?
It's a daily. It's a daily plan.
It's every day you got to pay.
It's rough. It's not cheap. Not cheap at all.
Are they going to keep sending brides over? Like, how does that work? Do you have to...
I hope not.
It's odd that it's a subscription service.
Yeah.
To me, that doesn't make a lot of sense. If you're marrying these women and then you're subscribing to a service.
I don't like it. Yeah, I just don't like it, is what I'm trying to say.
Smart business move, though.
Very smart on their part. Probably illegal.
Well, nothing's illegal out in the sea.
Nothing's illegal. Yeah. Their LLC is registered out in the sea.
It just says Pacific Ocean.
Yeah, I think they're technically on a submarine.
They're sailing around the world. They're like pirates.
Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, they breach the surface, head into town, get the women, and start distributing them around the world, get back in the submarine, submerge, and go to the next city.
Pop out one of their eyeballs, give them an eye patch.
It's hard to get more pirate than that.
What is it with the dogs? Why do you think... she's so aggressive with them?
I don't know. I'm not excited.
Well, why do you specifically take her to a dog park then?
She keeps wanting it. She
just wants it. Yeah.
Take me to the dog park. Take me to the dog. She won't shut up about wanting to go to the dog park.
The dog park, yeah.
It's like, God damn it. Okay, let's go. Let's go to the dog park.
Well, you sound very happy. You sound very.
Yeah. I couldn't be happier.
You sound happy. You sound.
Yeah. There's more to life than business, and that love really is the foundation of what we live our lives for.
Your whole face just went white there. You don't.
Yeah, I mean, it just really, it really makes you take stock, and it really makes you change your. Change how you look at the world when you're in love.
Yeah.
Butterflies in your stomach, and, it's like, and it really, you get those.
Good luck with her.
Yeah, no,
you seem very happy.
Open up the compound gates and let her loose.
Well, this has been a great, unless you have anything else we wanted to say about distribution, I think we stayed on topic.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, well, thank you for listening to Business Money Hacks. I hope you learned a lot about distribution. I'm Bridge Stewart.
I'm Dustin Taylor Hahn.